Let's watch some matches where I play Leo using the serve volley style versus Viktoria using either high serve, big forehand, or low serve, aggressive baseliner styles in the Tour 9 of Tennis Clash, a sports game published by Wildlife Studios. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel Gameplay 365 and to turn on the bell if you like this video. Let's start the matches with Joe Cuba playing with a very agile Viktoria using high serve, big forehand. I say very agile because generally with the high serve, big forehand style, Viktoria doesn't have more than 70 agility. Here she was having 71. Joe Cuba is having all 11, 13 epic cards, so that allows him to choose very nice lineups. And with a 100 forehand, this is of course very dangerous for any Leo volleyer. As you can see, body shots go through pretty easily unless you step a bit back just before that Viktoria hits that huge forehand shots. Then you have a little chance to return. Otherwise, all shots, all those 100 forehand shots will go through Leo's body pretty easily. And even if you succeed in returning, sometimes it's very hard to return it accurately. Yeah, most of the time Viktoria will just follow up and hit a big forehand shot towards one of the corners, and that's very tricky for Leo to be ready for another quick catch. So 69 of serve is way enough versus volleyers to put them in a difficult position right on the serve, and afterwards, well, the 100 forehand can only rule. Of course, you can say to yourself, why didn't I try to anticipate and close that backhand corridor, you know, my backhand side? Well, thing is that I could have done that, but if I do that, Chukuba would just change the corner and hit to the other side. And so on that rally, I did close the corridor. That was not good enough. As for the serves, as you can see, in the whole match I try to wrong foot my opponent quite often by hitting on his strong hand, the forehand side, because with a weaker backhand, of course, he needs to anticipate for me to hit on the backhand. Fortunately, the match didn't last longer thanks to an unforced error of my opponent. And of course, now and then I hit on the weak backhand side. I don't try to wrong foot all the time, of course. Let's play versus low serve aggressive baseliner Viktoria of Norm. So, of course, you will see a lot of Bromaniacs players in this video, and I don't feature them on purpose. It's just that in Tour 9 we don't have so many players using Viktoria. Almost all of them are played by Bromaniacs players. And some of our GP365 Entrance Club members use Viktoria, but I don't feature matches versus same club members in videos published on the channel, so that's why you see all matches versus Bromaniacs in this video, those were lucky wings that I got versus them. I lose versus them very often, and now and then, of course, I can get some wins. Everybody can lose versus everybody in high tours. And so, even if I don't play volley well enough, I can still get some wins now and then versus those very good players. Nam hits very strong shots. Most of the time very accurate. But the low serve of Viktoria is not a big threat, of course, for Leo. That's why it's easier, I would say, for my Leo to play serve volley versus low serve aggressive baseliner Viktoria than versus high serve or medium serve big forehand players. Here I was playing versus Barat, so all the matches of this video were played like in June 2021, so it was like 3 months ago. They were pretty old. Barat didn't have a high stat with his forehand at this time. Nowadays, he has a stronger forehand. Yeah, but even with 94, it's enough to beat this not too high volley stat. With my volley build that you are going to see by the end of this video, I have only 72 agility, and that's not very high. It's better actually to play with a 77 agility and a good serve with a lower volley stat. I had better win ratio when I play with higher agility, but I prefer to play with 72 agility, decent serve, and high volley stat, using Gladiator or Natural Energy rather than Kodiak and Macrobiotic. Very nice soft cross-court shot there. Yeah, the main problem for high serve big forehand Viktoria is that the backhand side is, well, not covered, and that's tricky. And of course, drop volleys make it pretty tricky for Viktoria to move fast enough and to hit the big forehand shot. With Kaito, it's much easier to cover with a high agility, to use choker guards, high agility with high stamina level. That can make Kaito be very dangerous versus volleyers. Let's play now versus Pama using high serve big forehand. So he's not playing a lot with that style. He uses Kaito mainly into a 9. Yeah, so I was lucky to get all previous shots except the last one. Was tricky by the end. For Leo to quick catch anyway after 3 or 4 returns. As you know, Leo can most of the time return 3 or 4 times max, and then he will just stand there and stare at the ball. So that one double fault for both players. We didn't serve well in that match, either my opponent or myself. Yeah, drop volleys work very well versus Viktoria, who lacks agility. The Kaito wouldn't have just run there, especially with choker quartz, and saved that ball. Viktoria uses other weapons, of course. Another match versus Bharat. 58 of serve is enough to put an exclamation mark on Leo on the serve. As you can see. And then any accurate strong forehand shot is enough, either towards the corners or through Leo's body. Yeah, he loves to hit to that corner. Bad return. He tried another body shot, but that was not accurate. Wrong footing works. Very accurate down the line shot. Once again, Bharat is leading. As usual, I would say. In matches he plays versus me, very often he wouldn't have match points. And then it's quick catch time for Leo and drop volleys time. And versus drop volleys, well, you know what it is. Viktoria can rarely get to them. Let's play now versus Shelby, using the low serve aggressive baseliner Viktoria. And with our high serve, it's not so easy, as you know. Tried to drop there as well, but it didn't work. It worked it pretty well at the beginning.
4-2. 5-2.
What was a ridiculous serve there.
Second serve. Out. Play. Match point. Fault.
Yeah, 3 months ago, at one moment I had a lot of problems with my serve. Since then I have improved it a bit. And I ended the match thanks to an unforced error from Shenby. Let me show you now the cards that I was using for most of the matches of this video. So I have maxed my gladiator since those matches, but otherwise it's the same cards. In 2 matches I used the lunges instead of weightlifting. Well, I hope you enjoy watching my volley matches with Leo versus the high serve or low serve Viktoria in the Tour 9 of Tennis Clash, a sports game published by Wildlife Studios. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel Gameplay 365 and to turn on the bell to stay tuned for new videos of Tennis Clash. Thank you a lot for your support and see you soon on Gameplay 365. Bye bye.